Hey everyone, Penguin Bond here with Bushi for Gaming, bringing you another Unscripted Fridays. Today it is just me doing it, so it will not be as long. We're going over just a few things that I found interesting in the TCG world and going over a little bit of One Piece, Digimon, and starting it off with Magic the Gathering. They are releasing their Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle Earth set on June 23rd. Um, I will be buying a few of these mainly because my wife is super obsessed with Lord of the Rings. Albeit whether it be movie, book, show. There was a computer game that me and her played for a while. I think it's actually still going on, Lord of the Rings Online. If anyone has not tried it, it's fun. Takes a little bit of getting used to. Um, but we will definitely be buying some of these mainly for the nostalgia for her, and for me the chance to pull the one of one ring, um, serialized one of one, only one in existence. And to put this into comparison, right now if you look at Magic, the most expensive card is of course Black Lotus. TCG player, I don't think it really gives it much of a fair shake. But as of right now, heavily played, mind you, $10,899.99 is the asking price. If you look at market price, it's about 12 grand. And then the last one sold was on the 14th of March. Heavily played for about 12 grand. Most of these, unless they were put in a case right away and then never touched again, are going to be somewhat sort of played just because of when they came out. Cards weren't as, I guess, going straight into cases, straight into protectors, and then being put away for years to come. There were a lot of people who really did just want to play the game, and it's just like anything else with One Piece, with Digimon, with Lorcana when it comes out, with Battle Spirits. Your first edition, they're always going to be played cards because people want to get into it, people want to try it. But even still, that being said, this is a really, really cool card and a piece of history with Magic. I don't believe the 12 grand is going to be even a drop in the bucket for what the one of one ring is going to cost. There's pre-orders out there right now. If you want, you can try and go through Best Buy. They don't have them up yet for the collector booster box, which is the only place you can actually find the one of one ring. They do have the set boosters and the Middle Earth bundle, as well as the draft booster. And then if you do really want to pre-order it through like Amazon or someone, they do have it for $420 right now. Um, pretty pricey. Me myself, I'm gonna try and go through a few local stores. We have a comic shop out here called Cosmic Comics. Great place, great environment, very small shop, but they always send out an FOC every week, which is like your final orders due. And I'm definitely going to try and pick some up from them because I know if I put an order in and they have the ability to get it, they will. So at least give me a crack at it. But like I said, if you don't have any local comic book shops, you can go through Amazon and try it. Or you can go through TCG Player. In terms of pre-sales, this is the most pre-sales I've seen on a box of cards in a while. I could be sorely mistaken, but even going down, you can keep loading more all the way back into beginning of April at this point. Most of them on here range around the $400 mark. Right now, the cheapest one is $385.69. Started out at the high of 500 and it has dropped to where it is now. So, still pretty pricey if you want to get it, but another way to get it if you don't have any local comic book stores or game stores in your area. But like I said, for me, the likelihood of pulling this, I would use up every ounce of luck I have left in my entire life just to pull this card. There's a really cool article put out where it says MTG players are paying to destroy the most expensive card. Now, like I said, it is a one of one, so it's going to be super pricey just because of the limited value of it. They are saying here there is from Dan Bach, recently broadcasted $100,000 standing offer for the serialized one of one. And that's before the card has even been pulled. Now, there could be production error. There could be, as you'll see later on in the article, fakes made. There's a lot that can go wrong with a one of one card. So it actually showing up anywhere, I think, is going to be more unlikely than the 1 in, I think, 3 million that this article and a few other articles have said. But if you do pull it, at least it's 100,000. I wouldn't take it. I would definitely publicize and go for more. They're saying that Post Malone purchased the artist proof Black Lotus for 800,000. I am almost guaranteeing this card will go for more than that. I think just because of the rarity of it and the fact that it comes from Magic, which has its own huge following, and Lord of the Rings, which again has its other huge following, it's a very large group of people who will be looking for this card. But my favorite part of this whole article, new offer, if you find the ring, I'll pay you 50,000 and we throw it into a volcano together. I could find a lot to do with $50,000. I could find a lot to do with 100. I could find a lot to do with $100. Let's be quite honest with you. But the fun factor of that, just to do that and then put it on, like, a live stream it on YouTube, live stream it on Twitch, live stream it anywhere, would be really, really cool. And I think just from the views alone, you could probably make up the other 50K that the dude's cutting down. Now, granted, it's probably a joke. It's probably not real. And you could probably, again, sell it for at least $500,000 bare minimum. But if anyone does find this card and anyone does want to, like, take the 50,000 or whatever someone offers you to throw it into a volcano, I will come, I will be there, I will witness. That sounds like an amazing, fun time. Don't think anyone will actually do it, but it does sound super fun. And then, like I said, the biggest thing coming up is, if anyone has collected Funko Pops, there's been a huge thing with fakes. If anyone's collected cards, there's been a huge thing with fakes. Now you can proxy just about everything. I don't know how Wizards is going to go about the card itself. Now, granted, it will be serialized, so it will probably be a little bit harder to counterfeit, but it's still going to be possible. Someone will find a way to do it. We live in a time where you can literally take 5 minutes, think about something, and eventually put it into action. I hope it's not. I hope there's something in it. They're saying, should a code or voucher for the card be placed inside instead? Wizards can authenticate this discovery. Maybe that's one way, but then when you go on secondhand markets, it's just a lot. I don't think you should counterfeit cards. That's honestly dumb to me. If you really want to play with a cool looking card that bad, go pay for it. If you're okay playing with one of the other ones that come in it, that is not the one of one, because there are other copies of the ring. There's going to be a few different rings actually out there. The serialized Rings of Power. I mean, you have 1 in 900 there. You have the Bridge of Khazad-dûm. Pardon me if I'm mispronouncing that. Not really into the pronunciation of the lore. I know my wife would kill me if I ever admitted that to her. You have Gandalf where he's falling with the Bagra on the bridge. Again, could be wrong there. This I actually really like. The basic lands plane is a map of the Shire. And then, of course, you have Mount Doom, Legendary Land. You have all these other cool cards. And like I said, to me, counterfeiting this just to say you have it is silly. If you want to print out a proxy and be like, hey, I proxied the One Ring, cool. Albeit, more power to you, my friend. But I don't think it's worth going through all the trouble of trying to counterfeit and then sell. And no. If you pull it, you pull it. If you don't, you don't. We just look on with envy, as they say. But whoever does pull it, like I said, if you do want to do the volcano thing, let me know. I will 100% come with you. That sounds amazing. But moving on, talking a little bit about Digimon and... Gonna close these tabs here. Digimon and One Piece. With the regionals that just came out, One Piece regionals were sold out within a minute. Digimon regionals, they did take a little bit longer. When I was trying to figure out which regional I was doing, it was about an hour before the One Piece ones went live, and there were still about 50 to 60 spots left in the Digimon one. Now, that's not saying one card game is better than the other. That's more so saying right now, a lot of people do still have new toy syndrome with even card games, and I'm pretty sure when Lorcana comes out, it'll be the same thing because there's a lot of money already into it. Battle Spirits is having the tournaments where you can get cash. That to me is cool, but most of their cards are $100. I think is the most expensive one, with the Alt-Art Absolute Ice Wall. But with One Piece, again, you have the serialized cards. You have the Luffy. Right now, he is $5,550 is what someone is asking for. The only sale, Yep, the only sale was for $5,723 on March 7th. Now, granted, with these, you're probably not going to sell it if you get one of the 700 Luffys, at least for the time being, because it will definitely go up in price the longer you have it, especially with them doing new serialized numbers for the next, I think it's the next regional, or is there next year? I know they were talking about doing it at some point. But again, it's one of those really cool cards, and yeah, it would be great to get into a regional, and yeah, it'd be great to finish first, or get into a treasure cup and finish first. But they are super hard to get into. And like I said, with Digimon, your most expensive card right now, I don't really know if you go, I think this goes off market price, but one of them is the Omnimon from, the Ghost Omni from, it's the BT1 Omnimon, which, it's really cool. It's from Double Diamond, which was a while ago, and it definitely feels like time has flown. But it's not a tournament card. If you're looking tournament card, you'd have the Ultimate Cup one, and even that's more of a side tournament, but I guess in fairness, this can be one at the Treasure Cups. So if you're going based on tournament cards, your most expensive one is the Imperial Dramon at about we'll say about $930. Going from there, though, I mean, the Champion Chaos, wow, I didn't know that was that expensive. Champion Chaos Mon is about $320, market $230. But with Digimon, it feels like there's a lot of good things that have come out of Digimon. There's a lot of fun times. There's a lot of great cards. There's a lot of good camaraderie that has come out of the Digimon TCG. But unfortunately, I think with how we are as just humans, we get fascinated by the newest thing and the thing that's going to make us money in the end, which currently is One Piece. When Lorcana comes out, it will probably be Lorcana, a Disney with Marvel and everything else. They have a huge well in which to take cards from and make cards from, and it just, I think it's going to beat out some of these higher price ones we're seeing here. As you can see, like we just talked about with Magic, it's crossing over with Lord of the Rings, and the prices are insane right now. But again, even going back to the super pre-release when the game first came out, it's $1,000. It's a limited card. It's never going to be seen again. And I think it's slowly climbed up over time here, but even back, we'll go a year. So it first comes out, it's around $649 when it first hits the market. And now it's just gone nothing but higher. I think that will happen with a lot of the rarer cards, a lot of the cards that you're not going to see anymore. And as you see with Digimon, the Imperial Dramon, the Pale Dramon, I think it's the Pale Dramon I have, the Vmon, that whole line that came out in the Ultimate Cup is done. They've moved on to the red line now. So you're not going to see these cards able to be won anymore, but you'll definitely see them for sale because everyone's going to be like, oh, hey, I hit the crossroad of have a card I don't need and need $900. So if you're ever looking, TCG, they're definitely going to be on there. But like I said, with me, I think that regionals are fun. I think regionals are great. I think for both Digimon and for One Piece, they need to offer more or up the player pools or something with it, because I know a lot of people, back when Digimon was a big thing, couldn't get into them, and it was a race to click on a refresh button because they'd sell out in a minute. Same with One Piece. It is a race to click on a refresh button. And to me, it makes both games, it makes card games in general a little bit harder to get behind when it's like, hey, I'm going to try and make it into nationals, but I have to race to even get to regionals. And now they got rid of the store tournament championships for at least invitations, which I don't entirely mind. But for the people who can't get to regionals, who can't go to was Gen Con, or can't get to the can't get into the online ones for One Piece, can't go to Texas, can't go to Philadelphia, but Two Man Games doesn't actually have a regional this year. Like, people who can't get out to places like that, I feel like it takes it away, and you're missing out on someone who could be in the middle of Nebraska. No offense to anyone who's in Nebraska, is first place I thought of. But someone who's in the middle of Nebraska where all they have is locals, and the closest thing they have to be able to get to a regionals in person is 6 hours away. And then if they can't sign up for any online ones, you're missing out on a really good player who doesn't have that opportunity. Now, I know the other argument would be, well, everyone has the opportunity to do online. They just need to sign up quicker. They need to refresh quicker. They need to be on a wired network. We shouldn't be doing that, though. As a TCG community, it should be more about the game and just playing than, oh, I have to beat out 50 other people in order to secure my spot to try and then win. Like, we went the way of shoes and the way of Funko Pops. When I was really deep into collecting Funko Pops, it was a race to click and buy. I don't think it should be that way with TCG. I could be wrong. Let me know if you think I'm wrong. I'm always open to having debates with people one way or the other about it. But with that being said, that is all we are covering today. Like I said, it's a little bit of a shorter one. Went on a little bit of a tangent there. But we wanted to just, sort of bring about a little bit of different card games in. So we brought in Magic. Digimon and One Piece have always been our thing, but we will be trying to talk a little bit more Magic, a little bit more Pokemon. And absolutely going to be talking Lorcana when that officially comes out. So if you have any other card games that you guys like, that anyone likes to play, let us know. We can always try them out. I mean, you got Yu-Gi-Oh!, Flesh and Blood, never played that one. Pokemon, which we are going to, like I said, cover more of. Battle Spirits, I have one of my teammates building me a deck, so I'm going to try that out, and hopefully we'll be able to put a deck profile on the page. But like I said, any card games you guys want to talk about, let us know in the comments. Come over to the Discord, pop in, say hi, let us know how you're feeling. and we will definitely be there to talk and have fun with cards, because that's what we're here for. We're a TCG community, so if you want to talk cards, we are here for you. But until next time, everyone, take care of yourself. Have a great weekend. Have a great day. Have a great morning, night. Whenever you are watching this, just have a great time. Smile. It definitely helps. Until next time.